Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Hamid and this is Dr. Praveen Jacob. He is the consultant at Nisarga Mane Sirsi. He's also the CEO of Alpha Naturals and the adjunct professor at K. Hegde Medical Academy, Mangalore. He is also the scientific advisor for Atmantan Wellness Center, Pune. Sir, we welcome you.
Yeah, welcome.
I also welcome everyone who is watching this video. And without further ado, let us get into the topic. So what we wanted to discuss today was a very common disease in this world right now, because around 60 to 70% of every person in this world, I think, must have gone through it. It is nothing but gastric issues in the sense hyperacidity, burping, indigestion, or related diseases to the gut. So what I've noticed is there are lots of treatments claiming to cure these kinds of gastric
absolutely
issues.
right.
But I really personally, I have never seen all these claims to be true, because I have seen it bouncing back. It comes back. It keeps on coming back. How much ever you treat them, how much ever
Yes.
medicines you try to give to them, it still has a tendency to come back.
Yes.
It's as if it's in one with the person, like as if it's a partner for life. You know, how much ever you try to push it away,
Yeah.
it comes back. Also, even if it is the age-old remedies like ashgod juices or cold packs to the stomach, many kinds of herbs, or even modern medicine, antacids and all such, even though there are a lot of modern advancements in medicine right now, I still don't see any kind of
absolutely
complete
right.
cure or permanent cure from these
Yes.
gastric issues. As far as I know, all of these treatments, be it traditional or modern, it all aims into trying to make the stomach more alkaline. Alkaline in the sense trying to reduce its acidity.
Yes.
And that is what everyone aims for. So I don't
Definitely.
know to how much to an extent it is going to help them.
Okay.
But all I know is that it does come back.
Yeah.
So Dr. Praveen is with us to talk to us more about or brief us on the different kinds of gastric issues like hyperacidity, burping, bloating, indigestion, even IBS, right? So, sir, please.
Yeah. Thank you, Dr. Hamid, for being here to discuss regarding my best and favorite topic, gastritis, acidity. And Ayurveda says all disease begin in the gut. Initially, I thought it is an exaggerated claim. How all disease can originate in our gut? Because I thought our gut, the digestive tract, is just a pipe to process and eliminate food and waste products.
Like a waste management
Like
system.
waste management system. I thought it's like a waste management segment.
Okay.
I never known that it plays a significant role in promoting health and disease. And very recently, I got to know about a creature in our gut. A creature inhabit our gut. And that creature dictate our life, which was something, a paradigm shift in my life forever. In beginning of my clinical practice, I was able to handle just obesity cases or diabetes cases. And my intervention was very simple, asking my patients to cut back on carbs and asking them to take huge amount of fat in the diet. So I was promoting high fat diet, but I never known how to treat gastritis, acidity, or psoriasis patient, rheumatoid arthritis, depressions, mouth smell, the constipation. I never had been successful as well. But understanding these mini creatures, the invisible organism in our gut called as gut bacteria, literally transformed my clinical practice, which was my paradigm shift in my clinical practice. Not only my patients, even my health dramatically improved after understanding about gut bacteria. Today, it is well established fact that most of the disorders begin from our gut. So the claim of Ayurveda had been substantiated by recent research.
So, doctor, it is really amazing and unbelievable that these small tiny organisms called bacteria, usually we think that they are bad for our health. We think that it gives us disease,
Yes.
or that it causes a lot of sickness. But you're telling us that there are good bacteria that helps us
Yeah.
to keep ourselves healthy, to keep our body healthy. And you're telling us that it changed your clinical practice so dramatically.
Yes.
So please, doctor, tell us more about this bacteria.
Yeah, that I had been pointing out. Beginning of my practice, I couldn't handle any of the disease except obesity. But of late, gut microbes fascinated me. I got to know that gut bacteria has a profound impact on our health. For instance, many patients visit my clinic with all sorts of investigations they will carry along with them, like lab test, DNA test, MRI scanning, ultrasound scanning. They carry all sorts of investigation reports, but all reports turns out to be negative. Though they suffer from
The same
body pain. Many of them have body pain, back pain, gas, foul smell, bad breath. They have fibromyalgia, lethargy, lack of motivations. They keep undergoes various type of investigation, but every time all tests seems to be negative, which prompts me to think from a different perspective. Then I started doing my own investigation, my own readings, my own research. I found that the answer is gut bacteria. So human body, for instance, composed of two types of cells. Do you know that? One is human cells, which we are likely to inherit it from our parents. And there is one more cells called as gut bacteria. Gut bacteria. For instance, our body is composed of 70 trillion cells. Of 70 trillion cells, 40 trillion cells are bacteria cells, and our own cells are hardly 30 trillion cells.
You're telling us bacterial cells are more than our actual human cells.
Human cells. Can you believe it? It is unbelievable.
Yes.
Unbelievable. With the gut microbes outnumber our own cells. It's not about magnitude of bacteria cells, but the functions of this microbial, this invisible organisms.
Sorry for interrupting you, but when you say it is more than our body cells,
Yeah.
are they all good, or is it mixed? Is it bad and good?
Yeah. 99.9% microbes are beneficial.
You're telling us that this more than half of this bacteria in our body is beneficial for us.
Without this microbes, we cannot survive. For look at the external environment.
Okay.
The bio-waste is degraded by bacteria. Yes. The milk, you keep milk, next day it converted to yogurt. Who convert it? Bacteria. Who makes dosa? The batter is converted to fermented dosa batter by bacteria. Idli is made by bacteria. Our body is decomposed by bacteria. So the environment is dictated by this tiny invisible organism, bacteria. So they are not bad at all. Likewise, our internal environment is dictated by bacteria. For instance, 80% of a brain hormone called as serotonin, happy hormone, serotonin, which is produced inside gut, not in brain. 90% of our immunity controlled and dictated by gut bacteria. Food is digested by bacteria. Food converted into stool by bacteria. And the bacteria, the better half, like 50% human is bacteria. So I love to call them as better half.
Better halves.
Yeah, better halves. And better half is a real hard worker. Perform incredible jobs, dictate our immunity, helps to digest food, helps to process minerals and vitamins. So likewise,
I think in a way you can tell that our better halves works for us more than we work for ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. That's the right way. Yeah. So most of the times, the scanning reports, as I was saying initially, turns out to be negative because it's fault of our better half.
Okay, so we cannot get a proper result in the lab investigations when we test our blood or our
Yeah, because the better half, it's a fault of better half. A unhealthy better half manifests as various type of depression, various type of ailments like depression. Depression is related to better half, but scanning cannot detect the fault of better half. You got my point here. That's the reason 90% of patients, they have all sides of test report, but they never get benefit. They never get any progression in their disease condition because it is a fault of our better half. So it's a high time to understand and love our better half.
So this is really a different take to what doctor has said us. It is not just about waste management system, like first what we used to think of our gut and our intestines, but it's a very bigger system than that, because if you think about it, it's a brain hormone, serotonin. It's supposed to be produced in the brain, but it is produced from our gut, it is produced from our stomach. The key to our happiness, it is being produced from our stomach, right? So like you told, vitamins, minerals, all these are processed by. So this is a very, very, very important part of our life. As sir is rightly calling it, it is our better halves. They are making our lives better. They are improving our health, not just our health, every aspect of our life, physical being.
Physical and mental as well.
Physical and mental. So this is a really amazing aspect that you are taking us into, sir. So doctor has been telling us that 50% of our body, we are made up of cells, and these cells, more than 50% are bacterial cells. So essentially it's as if we are bacteria. We are not
like hybrid species, you can say.
We are a hybrid species.
Hybrid species. We hear about hybrid cars. Yeah, symbiosis.
We depend on each other.
Yeah.
Where does this bacteria actually live? Is it only in the gut, or is it around our other parts as well, other organs?
Yeah, so bacteria are in the nook and corner of our body.
In every nook and corner.
Every nook and corner of our body. But the overwhelming percentage of microbes, the bacteria, the gut microbes consist of good bacteria, fungus, virus and parasites.
So it's not just about bacteria.
No, it's not just about bacteria. It's a diverse group. The good fungi.
There are good viruses as well.
Good virus as well. So they're together called as gut microbes.
Gut microbes.
Yeah, of this gut microbes, gut bacteria plays a dominant role.
Okay.
And most of gut bacteria are located in the dark continent of our body.
The dark continent of our
dark continent of our body, large intestine.
The large intestine. So doctor claims that our large intestine is the dark continent of our body. So that's where most of the germs and as he says, it's not just bacteria, it is also good virus, good fungus as well. So they are all known as good microbiomes.
Good microbes.
Microbes. Okay.
Yeah.
So as of late, I have been hearing about this term called as leaky gut. Please do tell us more about leaky gut.
So even leaky gut is as important as gut bacteria.
It is as important.
Yeah, leaky gut is the term we often encounter today, and particularly the functional medicine, which is a new stream of medicines emerged from United States. They always emphasize on leaky gut symptoms.
Leaky gut.
But I have a clinical experience of treating hundreds of patients. I am a part of hospital located in Karnataka, a 100-bedded inpatient hospital. Additionally, every day we treat about 200 outpatients as well. Okay. So our clinical experience is really very credible, very strong. And definitely it's not the books help me to understand the gut bacteria and the disease related to gut dysbiosis.
It is out with the
experience and traveling across Karnataka. Widely we had been traveling to conduct camps, but I found that leaky gut can be attributed to a couple of disorders like autism. There's a strong correlation between leaky gut and autistic spectrum disorder, fibromyalgia, and some types of psoriasis. Not all sorts of psoriasis are strongly related to leaky gut. Leaky gut is the condition where the integrity of the mucous membrane of the GI tract is lost. The inner layer of digestive tract is covered by a mucous membrane.
and it is being disintegrated.
In leaky gut, it's disintegrated,
Okay, sir.
and even the cells located inside the GI tract is widened. So the poisons and toxins from our food or bacterial produced toxins can easily assimilate to our body through this leaky gut.
This is really, really amazing. So what he say? So what doctor is saying is that it is really physically there is a leak in our gut. That is the mucous membrane, the inner membrane of our system, of our stomachs and intestines. There is gap between these linings, and lot of chemical wastes or
toxins
from our food, and even that bad bacteria causes are being leaked into our system, into our bloodstream. From our intestines, it is being leaked into us. So this is the significance. So it is causing a lot of disorders like
it trigger our immunity. It goes to allergies,
psoriasis.
If you have allergy without any other reasons, or even depression. Might
Even
be related to, even depressions could be related to leaky gut, because toxins can enter to our body.
So is that why right now actually depression is as if it's like a trend? It is so common nowadays. So it could be this, right?
Yeah, definitely. There is a strong element of gut and leaky gut, and also gut dysbiosis in mediating depression and psychosomatic disorders.
So you're saying even mental and
health
problems can be caused by leaky gut
and
gut
dysbiosis.
Gut dysbiosis means the
bacteria, the good bacteria
and the bad bacteria, there is a ratio.
Imbalance,
always be a ratio. So when the bad bacteria is more,
even if the good bacteria are lost.
If the good bacteria are lost.
Even if the good bacteria are in abundance.
It's just like as if anything good, too much can be.
Yes. So I will always like to coin a word here. Imagine that our gut bacteria had been saying that 50% of our body is composed of bacteria. Trillions of bacteria are inhabiting our large intestine with a different diversity, different species. Like over 2000 species had been identified inhabiting our large intestine.
Over 2000
species of gut bacteria. But you see, in some circumstances, a single strain started overgrowing. That became abundance in number. Precisely like a western gut forest is displaced by a tea estate or coffee estate. In western guts, we have varieties of species, floras and faunas, diversity of floras and faunas. But imagine the tea estate or coffee estate, you have
only one type of
single species of plant. So in some patients, for few individuals, the gut became like a coffee estate or tea estate. Only very rare type of bacteria. The diversity is lost. Even that is so.
So diversity has its own benefit.
So we require different types. It should be like a garden.
It should be okay, sir.
It should be like a garden. Varieties of flowers. It should be like a garden. Varieties of species. Varieties of bacteria. So even that diversity also has an important role.
We should always maintain this diversity. It shouldn't be focused on one bacteria. It comes to a state where all these problems come due to a state where either one bad bacteria or even one good bacteria is in abundance. Means the variety, the number of species is concise. Only a few are projecting their chemicals or their toxins in our body.
Yes.
So, can you tell us why this happens, sir? If even though they are our better halves, why are they leaving us?
Divorce. I like to use the word divorce. Yeah. If the microbes divorce you, our life will become like a hell. They may not kill you, but
it is a torture.
It's a torture. Your life will become like hell. Depression, anxiety. Many commit suicide because of angry better half. Because brain hormones
even suicidal tendencies
are related to gut bacterial dysbiosis. Psoriasis, the life is tormented forever.
Psoriasis, definitely.
Tormented.
Yes, sir.
The people lose their self-esteem if your better half is
not
unhealthy better half. So what is the major factors? There are many factors which trigger divorce between ourselves and our better half.
Okay, sir.
In real life, we do know that modern culture, modern civilization, the nuclear families, porn videos, cultural relativism, capitalism, consumerism, which all can be attributed to divorce, right? What we are
These
witnessing
are all
today.
factors that leads to divorce in real life.
In real life.
In real life.
Real life.
Nuclear families,
Liberalism, cultural liberalism, capitalism, even relativism.
the modern lifestyle.
Yeah, modern lifestyle, and even electronic gadgets. This all contributed to increased rate of divorce in our community. And similarly, the major factor which prompted the divorce between ourselves and our better half, which triggered divorce between ourselves and gut bacteria, are number 1, antibiotic abuse, number 2, processed and packed foods, number 3, cesarean section, C-section.
And so 3 important factors that divorce from our better halves, our gut bacteria, are 3 main points. One is antibiotic abuse, and one is processed or refined foods, and the third one is cesarean section, C-section babies. So these 3.
Yeah.
Can you please elaborate, sir?
Yes. So antibiotic are like forest fire to our gut bacteria.
Antibiotics are like
forest fire. Forest fire.
Okay.
So when a forest fire emerges, it damages everything, good and bad trees.
Not just good.
Even weeds.
Yeah.
All floras and faunas turns into ashes by forest fire.
Yes, sir.
And similarly, when we ingest antibiotics or when you abuse the antibiotics, that kill good and bad bacteria, irrespective of its beneficial or not beneficial.
It's not just about use of antibiotics. Antibiotics, as you know, are important to us. But it is the abuse of antibiotics. Right now, even during the time of COVID, all of us without prescription, we just go to the pharmacies. We ask for ourselves, can I have this? Can I have that? We are so familiar with antibiotics that we are starting to abuse it.
Yes.
Just like we could abuse any good thing. So the abuse of antibiotics turns it into a very harmful situation for our body. As doctor has compared it to a forest fire. Not just bad bacteria is going to be eliminated by this. It is causing havoc. It is wreaking havoc into our gut, into our system.
Yeah.
It is killing everything.
Everything.
Even good and bad.
And good, yes.
Okay, sir. So that is a very important point. Please do not abuse antibiotics. Have a prescription. Know when to have it. Visit your doctors. Take their advice and try to keep yourself healthy.
Even processed foods and packed foods, processed foods and cesarean sections. The major concern with the processed food or packed food, factory made food, man-made foods are they lack many nutrients to nourish and support the gut bacteria.
So factory foods nourish us. They keep us happy.
Yeah, they keep us happy. Yeah.
But they don't feed our better halves.
No, they don't feed better halves.
So it is very important to feed our better halves, our gut bacteria, not just ourselves.
Yes.
So I think, as you said, the divorce is happening because of our selfishness. We are feeding ourselves, we are keeping ourselves happy, we are not taking care of
we keep ourselves happy. And whenever we indulge in delicious foods, we forget that we have a better half.
We have a
better half is always starving.
Okay.
Always starving. So we never feed our better half. The packed food, factory food, which all devoid of nutrients necessary to support the healthy bacterial growth and colonies.
And about cesarean section?
Cesarean section, a child get first dosage of gut bacteria while passing in the birth canal.
While passing through the birth canal,
the child gets exposure to gut bacteria. Until then, the gut of the child are virgin. When child in womb of mother, the gut is a virgin gut.
You're telling me it is very clean.
Very clean. Any kind of. So the first dosage of bacteria are exposed once child passes in the birth canal and consequently drink the vaginal fluid.
The vaginal
which is the
flora.
single root of bacteria which transfer from mother to child.
Child. Okay, so that is very interesting. So, as doctor has told us, the babies are pure. Their guts are very pure and sterile when before birth, and only through the passage of the normal delivery,
The
through
normal
the birth
delivery,
canal,
yeah.
through the vaginal delivery, that is when they are having their first exposure to this intense diversity of microbiome. That is when they are having.
Yeah.
So that is very interesting to listen to. As doctor has told us, he has told us a lot of ways how our better halves gets divorced from us, or how we ourselves destroy them, like a forest fire, by the abuse of antibiotics. So what I want to ask you, doctor, is if there is actually a way, even in forest fires, even after everything is burned out, in around 3 to 4 years, it all springs back, it all
Yeah.
comes back. So is there actually a way that even if they haven't gotten the bacteria through their normal birth, if they haven't been lucky enough to get bacteria through there,
Yeah.
or if even through after the abuse of antibiotics, do you think that it can actually, we can help the biodiversity in our gut to flourish back, to come back? Is there a way, doctor?
Yeah, definitely amazing question. See, even in the most harshest desert, the driest desert, one can spot oases, which is a rise of hope for fellow travelers. No matter how much barren or dry your gut, the gut bacteria can thrive back
They
to
can thrive back.
to normal life
Okay.
by modification of lifestyle. And there are some strategies as well, health strategies, like is something called as probiotics and prebiotics.
Probiotics and prebiotics.
If a flower can flourish in desert, definitely bacteria can come back to normal
That
life.
is a very good comparison. If even in the harshest deserts, you can see flowers and
Flowers and oases.
oasis also, where it's a group of trees around a small water source. So
Yeah.
same way, even if we abuse our gut to an extent where we have killed off all the biodiversity over there, there still is a ray of hope. There still is a chance where we can bring them back
Bring
from
back
this
them.
small
Yes.
oasis or this small spring of life.
Yeah.
We can bring back the biodiversity.
Absolutely right.
And you talked about right now about prebiotics and
Prebiotics and probiotic is the golden combination.
the golden combination.
And also diet also plays a crucial role here. So you can get triple therapy.
Triple therapy.
The diet, probiotics and
Prebiotics.
prebiotics. Triple therapy
Triple therapy.
to reset your gut.
The golden combination that doctor is telling us is three things. One is diet, one is probiotics, and one is prebiotics.
Prebiotics.
You all will be wondering what is probiotics and prebiotics. Please.
Yeah. Probiotics, prebiotics, which is a term we often encounter nowadays. The probiotics are similar to seeds. Prebiotics are similar to soil. You require
Good soil.
two elements, soil and seeds, for germination of plants. So probiotics are seeds, prebiotics are soil.
Prebiotics are fertile soil. It is a very good environment for probiotics to grow.
Yeah,
Probiotics are good bacteria.
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 Probiotics are live bacteria.
Live bacteria.
So you can usually found in buttermilk, yogurt,
Yogurt.
fermented foods,
Foods.
pickle, fermented vegetables.
So naturally, we all know that milk is turning into curd, or from a water and vegetables and pickle, it is turning by the action of some kind of
Bacteria, and there will be huge colonies of bacteria
Yeah.
can be traced in fermented foods.
fermented food. So doctor is telling us these are very good bacteria, and having lots of these food items like
Yeah.
yogurt or curd or pickles, not the fried pickles.
Not fried
The
pickle.
normal pickles that we just use with either salt and
Yeah,
water,
salted vegetable,
water
yeah.
or with vinegar and water. These pickles are very beneficial. They are filled with probiotics,
Probiotics,
which are
bacteria.
good bacteria and good microbiomes, which are again going to turn into our better halves
Better
for
halves.
our health.
Okay, yeah. The prebiotics are the soil.
The soil.
So the prebiotics are usually found in some of natural foods such as onion, flaxseed, sabja seeds, the flower of banana, the stem of banana, tender jackfruit. Like this, there are numerous natural foods enriched with the prebiotics.
When you told me about all these prebiotic foods, I don't think anybody over here, even if it is ripe, people are reluctant nowadays to have these kinds of
definitely.
natural foods that
Natural
our
foods.
ancestors used to have.
Yeah.
Now all we have in our diet is either processed junk food,
Processed
fried
foods.
buns, breads, or rice. All these are very common. I don't think we are having lots of prebiotics.
Yeah, our modern diet is, or westernized diet you can say,
It is
devoid of
very-
prebiotic fiber, probiotics, which could be one of underlying cause for gut dysbiosis.
As you can see, when doctor lists out the different things, the different food items that these probiotics and prebiotics are rich in, we ourselves just think of it. When is the last time you had any of these food items from this list?
Yeah.
It is very rare. It is
Very rare, very rare.
So please include these in your diet.
Prebiotics and probiotics. It's a golden combination. And last one, diet.
You need a good diet.
Good diet to fix the gut, to reset your gut. So diet, probiotic and prebiotic, a triple therapy. The most significant is diet. So I have developed a dietary protocol which is devoid of all type of grains, refined oils and sugar.
Sugars and refined oil.
Refined oil, refined grains.
And refined grains.
Not just refined grains, all sorts of grains should be
Avoid.
terminated from diet for 2 or 3 months.
Just
A
for
brief
2 or
period,
3
brief
months.
period, not for lifelong.
So this is all going to help us reforest
Reset our gut
our
bacteria,
gut,
to reforest our gut bacteria. A good diet, probiotic and prebiotic.
prebiotics. Okay.
The mantra to reset your gut.
To reset
To
our-
the mantra to confer wellness to our better half.
to our better-
So wellness to gut, the wellness to your better half is more significance than wellness to our own body.
our own body.
Yeah.
Because they dictate our being. They dictate so many processes in our body that makes us who we are. Even the vitamins or enzymes or hormones, all of these are processed by these bacteria. So we must nourish them for ourselves to be nourished. So thank you, doctor, so much for all these beautiful and very, very enlightening words and theories.